Hi guys, welcome to episode 3 of my mini-series titled Charity Work, the ReachOut Perspective. In this episode, we are going to move away a little from the gloomy topic we had in the previous episode where we looked at the effects of COVID-19 on charity work and also on other industries. Today, I'm a little, excited because we are going to be talking about the non-conventional charitable activities that might actually help you if you're interested in starting your own organization to look at what are some of those different things, different charitable things that you can actually undertake other than, the usual donations and, things like that. So stay tuned to learn more. So charity work really goes a long way. It goes beyond just going into a store and buying food or buying school uniforms or pads for people. It's really about how you would like to impact a person's life. It can be maybe you are a speaker and you'd like to motivate somebody. That in itself is a charitable activity. But we'll get into the examples a little later. I'm very happy that we were able to find 2 local organizations to tell us about their non-conventional charitable activities that they are carrying out. And these organizations are ICT, Empower, and Do It for the Kids Namibia. So after this, we're going to show you small descriptions of what they do. And then from there, we will look into what are some of those activities that you can do that are, other than the usual. So maybe just a little note I would like to throw in here. Charity work is diverse. Once again, you can do pretty much anything. And it really does not need to be, with an organization. You can, as yourself, as a human being, just get up one day and just go and do something out there for people, whether it's to create something with your hands. And as long as at the end of the day, it's helping people, right? That's basically the bottom line at the end of the day. All right, let me not talk too much. Here is ICT Empower and Do It for the Kids Namibia.
Hey guys, I'm Chelsea Shava, the ICT Empower cheerleader, and I want to tell you a bit about us. We are on a mission to promote greater inclusion in technology and to create the next generation of tech innovators in Namibia and perhaps the SADC region. We aim to uncap potential among minority youth groups and to bridge the gender divide in technology by empowering minority youth groups, especially young girls, to explore computing through a series of coding boot camps, hackathons, motivation, and other ICT initiatives. This new era is largely driven by digital transformation, with technology, media and entertainment, and telecommunications organizations leading the change by pioneering new technology. And we want our youth, yes, we want you to be able to constructively contribute to the development of the next digital agenda. Hashtag we choose empowerment through coding. Why? Because it's fun and rewarding.
My name is Robert Haihambo. I am the co-founder of Do It for the Kids Namibia. Do It for the Kids Namibia is a non-profit voluntary organization which was founded in 2018 to work in the less privileged communities with children from less privileged backgrounds. We work in 3 different areas: education, sports, and cognitive skills development. Our model is basically based on a volunteer-centric approach, meaning the volunteers of Do It for the Kids Namibia, or the members, are the core to the model. They are the ones that oversee the program itself. They design the program and they monitor the program.
Huge high five and thank you to ICT Empower and Do It for the Kids for the absolutely beautiful work that they're doing in the community for the young ones. It's quite different, but at the same time, the bottom line is we are all helping people, right? And I really deliberately decided to feature them because, like I said, charity work is quite diverse and there's so many ways that you can help people. So let's look at some of these examples. And yes, I have another list. So what are some of these examples of charitable activities that you can carry out, whether you are, as an individual yourself or as part of an organization? Tutoring. This is quite popular as well. We have people out there that carry out various tutoring services, whether it's for a specific subject or a specific skill. That is one way that you can help, especially the young people. Another example is carrying out outdoor activities. I have a colleague of mine who is very passionate about sports and he goes out of his way to carry out sporting activities, which is really based on his passion. So, and like I said earlier, it's about your interests, using your interests to make an impact on other people, right? So outdoor activities, whether it's games, sports, all kinds of activities, as long as at the end of the day, the people that you are doing this with feel, helped or feel like they can get something out of it, right? Okay, the other example is babysitting. I decided to put this one here because in as much as a lot of people use this as a way of making that extra buck, it can be, a way of helping somebody. For example, you have somebody in your neighborhood, a mom, for example, a parent who works and has a lot of these kids in the house, and you really recognize the fact that she has a lot of pressure on her. You can step in and assist, offer to spend some time with the kids for a couple of hours, or his kids, whatever the parents are, whether it's the mom, the dad, or everyone. Just provide that bit of assistance. I'm sure they will appreciate it so much. And then maybe down the line, if you'd like to make it a business, then you can make it a business. But at the end of the day, you are providing assistance, right? Okay, the other one we have is cleaning or repainting or repairing a certain item or building or anything in the community that a lot of people would use at the end of the day. And this has actually been done quite by a lot of people, whether it's repainting a school, a hospital, an old age home. This is quite popular, so that is one way. Not really non-conventional, I can say, but it's quite different from your usual donations, right? Okay. The other one I put here is hampers. I'm really trying to think of the reason why I put hampers, but I think it's really a way of, I remember. So there was an article that I read once. I'm not sure who wrote it, whether it was an article or a social media page, but a post, but it was about a lady who had gone around. She took her old handbags and started filling them up with different essentials like body lotion, spray, deodorant, washing bath gel or bath soap, whatever it is you call it, pads, and things like that, filling up her old handbags. And then she went around town to give it to people that were living on the streets. And to me, that is such a beautiful way of helping people. It may not be much at that point, but I love the idea so much, and that is really a very non-conventional way of helping somebody. And another example here would be the Christmas boxes that people do. And I remember a colleague of mine carried out an activity a couple of years back where we filled up shoe boxes with some toys, and then we donated it to kids at orphanages in Tsumeb and various rural communities in Tsumeb, and it was such a beautiful activity. We had Christmas carols and it was just lovely. Okay, before I get carried away. So those are some of the examples of activities that you can do. There's so many, and I know Google will be able to assist you in all that you can think of, right? Ideas are ideas, and these are things that you can sit and chat to people about and understand what are some of those things that the community actually needs at that point. And that is one thing that I always talk about when I have conversations with other fellow philanthropists. When you want to carry out an activity, in as much as you want to be innovative, it's very important to understand what the core need is of a certain community. It does not help you carrying out a huge charitable activity and people don't either understand it or they don't accept it because that is not what they need at that point in time. And it's really not only about needing it, but really knowing exactly what the purpose is at that time, right? So if you want to carry out let me just throw this in. If you want to carry out a charitable activity, it's important that you understand the community in which you are going to work in. You look at what are their priority needs. And you may not be able to provide for all those needs at that point in time, but at least structure your activity in such a way that you provide either that particular need, or you look for a group of people that might be able to benefit from the particular charitable activity that you would like to run. It's very, very important to understand the community in which you are running your charitable activity. It's the same for any business. A businessman will not just go and start any business without understanding the context of the community at the end of the day. Okay, just thought I would throw that in because, we're talking about non-conventional activities, right? And innovation basically starts with understanding who you are going to be working with or working for, right? Okay, so those are some of the examples that we decided to look at in today's episode, where we are focusing on non-conventional charitable activities. I'd like to send a huge thank you to ICT Empower and Do It for the Kids Namibia for being part of today's episode. I'm really, really happy that they were able to share what they do with us and to tell us about the different charitable activities that one can actually undertake in, right? It's always nice to see local organizations going out there and doing the most for our young people and for, our people in general, people of the Namibian nation, right? And also to you, thank you for staying with me until the end of today's episode. Always such a pleasure to share with you and to hear from you as well. So now that I've said that, go down into the comment section and tell us what you think. Give us some of those additional ideas of activities that you feel we might be able to undertake in, whether it's us as Reach Out, or you may also actually be sharing this to other people so they can carry out charitable activities. Because I know there are people out there who are dying to carry out certain activities, but really just don't know what to do or how to go about it. All right, so get in touch with us. Contact information will be available at the end of the video. From me, Crystalline, I will see you in the next episode. Have yourself a lovely day, beloveds. Thank you so much once again to the two organizations that decided to join us on today's channel. Thank you very much to the two local organizations that are doing non-conventional charitable activities out there. Thank you for joining us on this episode. We're really, really happy that we're able to learn about these two organizations because, no, gosh.